third episode of the Chalk Talk podcast. I'm your host, Tony. And sadly, we're not in a yacht like Nick promised this weekend. So our
happens.
Derby horses, our Oaks horses, they ran well, but they did not win, sadly.
They were good races, though. Got some
Good
good races
races.
going on.
Good races. It was good races. Good pre-races to the Derby and the Oaks too. But we're gonna do a recap of the Kentucky Oaks and the Derby in this video. Just want to let you guys know that we will plan to do more videos. It's just this is a Triple Crown season, so we'll be focusing on the Triple Crown races. How did you see the Oaks, Nick?
I think it was a good race overall. Well, the weather was made a big difference in the race, the way it turned out. But I think it was a clean, good race.
There was no stopping the favorite Good Cheer.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
excellent race, just stopped and went past the leaders, man.
Yeah.
My horse La Cara, the one I bet my farm on, my stable, led the whole race. We will be recapping that right now. I'll be posting it right now. We'll be watching it together. Me and Nick will be talking over the video. We cannot post audio of the video because of copyright purposes. But let's get to it, man. I'm gonna share the screen, and we're gonna go to the Kentucky Oaks video. So bear with us, guys. And can you see that, Nick? Is it on?
I see it. I got it.
Okay.
Watch the first few seconds, though, Tony. Watch what happens to the 7 and the 6 horse.
Okay. Let's push play. Let's watch that.
There it is. Boom. Bumped him. He's like, what
Damn.
happened? And then I'm just going to lay back here for a bit.
Did see that. Wow. Okay. I did not see. See, if you wouldn't have mentioned that, Nick, I would not have paid attention. I did not see my 7 horse hit my 6 horse. Because the whole damn way I was like, where is Ballerina? Even though I said La Cara was my contender.
Yeah.
As you guys see this video, La Cara is in a great position. She's racing, 2-3 lengths in front of the pack. You know, yes, she has Tenma and Anna's Promise right behind her, but the pack is creeping, you know? Where's the favorite? Look at the favorite, how she's stalking outside, man. That was a perfect position for her too, because the inside, remember we told you guys that the inside is very heavy and muddy compared to the outside. It's more, yes, it's muddy as well, but it's more firm to run on the outside than the inside. And I just felt that La Cara just faded. It was too much. It was too heavy for her to keep on running on the rail. Look at this run by Cheer, man. Look at this.
And then it just turns it on after this turn. Watch this. There it goes.
You can't even say dude, you can't even say she strikes
He's
for
the one
strike.
right here
She
in the
just
blue.
passes.
And then he just passes everyone. He just laid back.
Look at your long shot pick, Drexel Hill. Look. Well, it came a little bit closer, dude. Wow.
Yeah.
She's a racehorse,
And
though,
look
man.
at Bless the Broken, dude, made a big move towards the end, too. He followed Good Cheers pretty much the same lane. You could unshare. He just followed, and it's a move that you see a lot in European.
Yeah.
Usually the weaker horses will watch to see what the favorite's going to do, and it'll follow the same path. Because he knows that he sees something that he can't see ahead, but the other one's got a chance. And this is a move I see a lot in European turf racing.
Yeah, dude. And by the looks of it, you know, it was a good stocking position. You know, he closed from way back. So if he was, just imagine if he was just following the favorite. It could have been a different race.
Yeah.
You know?
So I think it was an overall good race. I think we know a couple of horses we'll be watching for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
Bless the Broken, Drexel Hill, Tenma, Anna's Promise showed up.
I'm actually surprised Tenma faded so easily.
Yeah.
You know, what she showed in Santa Anita was different to what came about. But once again, you know, I don't want to make excuses for any of the horses, but that track was so muddy. It was really muddy.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not saying they played in the favorite Good Cheer, but Good Cheer is an overall good horse. So I got
and then
nothing to
Lagata
take
ended up
away
being
from
in
her.
9th place.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
And the payouts were pretty good, even though the favorite won. You know, you had your Drexel Hill long shot. You know, Bliss the Broken, right?
Yeah.
Another long shot. So
Exacta paid 105.82 cents.
oh,
The trifecta paid $720.34.
and just
The
remember, guys,
superfecta,
you know,
if we would have picked 4 of them
yeah,
for $1, you would have got $4,826 back and 35 cents.
Yeah, so just remember, guys, we tell you guys we hate the favorites here. We try to beat them, but sometimes our horses come behind the favorites. So
Yeah, sometimes whenever the favorite comes in front, you always want to have a long shot in the back, and you never want to go the first two favorites. You never want to put
yeah,
all the favorites in front
yeah,
because you're not going to get a ticket. It's not going to be worth it. Unless you're making one bet, that's the way to go.
yep,
But usually a ticket for a race will be in the $45 to $60 range. If you're not making that back, there's no sense in making a bet.
yep. That's very true.
Never bet more than you're going to win.
I've learned that lesson
Something I learned in
so many
roulette.
times. Right, no, that's true. So so closing remarks to the Oaks. All the horses ran well. I want to say 80% of the field showed up. It's just good cheer was so good, man.
I think, and the weather, I think, had a lot to do with it.
That's true. So if you would get these, honestly, I was thinking about this. If you would get the same field in a 70-degree weather, no rain, nice sun, perfect dirt, the outcome would have been different.
So we're talking Del Mar.
Del Mar.
I think most of these will show up to Del Mar.
Yeah, yeah. So I would like to see a run back with most horses somewhere. That would be cool in the future.
Yeah.
So with distinct weather. So yeah, guys. So this was the recap for the Kentucky Oaks. On to the Kentucky Derby.
Let's see what we
The
got.
fathers of fathers for these 3-year-olds. So personally, I'm gonna throw it out there. Citizen Bull was my pick. Sandman, sadly, you guys didn't see nothing of him.
Man, didn't even show up.
If I remember, he did place 6th or 7th. I don't remember, but he did not show up in the whole race. Citizen Bull, sadly, he had the same trip La Cara did. Out in the gate quick, opened up, perfectly, but closed right back up and ran the mud all the way to the last quarter pole and just faded enormously. The winner, Sovereignty. Good stalking pace, right behind the leaders. Good performance. Did mention him. I did say he wasn't a contender in my list, but Nicholas right here, he was saying, watch out for this horse.
Yeah, but did we bet him?
I had 1 or 2 tries with him. I did not have journalism with him. That's the sad part. I don't like you just explained. 2 favorites.
It's tough.
He wasn't the favorite. He was 9-1 at the
Yeah.
end. He was
It
one
was
of the
a
favorites
fan favorite.
going into the morning line odds at 5-1. But we try to make money here, and my money was on other horses. Sadly, how did you see the race evolve?
The race was good. I mean, definitely surprising towards the end. A lot of horses. Well, we know Baeza was gonna show up, but Final Gambit running up.
Hey, remember, I had Final Gambit as my contender. Remember, I did say he was gonna be in the exotics.
Yeah.
I did say it. You guys can go back to the Kentucky Derby video and hear me say number 3, Final Gambit was gonna be in the exotics.
And
You know
then
what I
Owen
found?
Almighty showed up in 5th, which isn't bad at
for the-
all.
for the
He
super
was
high
up there
five.
the whole time too. He was up.
Yeah, he was like in fifth, sixth, all race. Yeah.
What really surprised me was everyone ran towards the middle. They made a hard inside horses ran towards the middle, and I wasn't expecting that. But it's definitely something to remember when it's raining hard like that. I guess that's the way to go, is everyone shoots towards the middle. Or maybe they had some information that the inside rail was running a little tough, so everyone stayed out. A little tip from the jockeys that were running earlier in the day, telling them the inside rails were not the way to go.
Did you notice? Did you notice the Japanese horses did not show up?
They did not show up, not at all.
You think it was a kickback? It had to be.
No, I just think once again, I don't know. I just think they had a plan, and when they got here, some other horses. I don't know if it's hard. I didn't see anything. I haven't heard anything about them. There was no excuses either.
So at the end, what was your top horse? What were your horses that you?
Well, I was high on the Japanese horses and Baeza, which showed up in 3rd.
Did you notice Baeza came behind journalism again, which we explained in the Derby thing?
Yeah.
He finished behind them at the Santa Anita Derby, and he finished behind them at the Kentucky Derby. So just imagine that. King, Sovereignty, putting journalism, and Baeza, that's an easy trifecta, man. It's like, dude, I had 18, 21, 3 trifecta. Journalism wasn't in my trifecta, and it screwed it up. I was like, ah, man. But let's show them the race.
Yeah,
Let's
let's get
show them
to
the
it.
race so we can talk over it and analyze it together with the audience.
Yeah.
That way, I can explain a little bit more of what my friend Citizen Bull did.
Yeah, watch what Citizen Bull and Neo Equals do. They shoot right from the gate. They make a hard right. Almost run on top of each other,
That's
if
crazy.
I do recall.
I did see. I was happy when I saw.
That would surprise me. I was like, I did not expect that move.
I was surprised with how Martin Garcia opened up so quickly. I was excited. I was like, yes, that's what you need to have him. That's where you need to have
Yeah.
him. Yeah,
But I
but
think it was just a little too early. I think it was a little too early for Citizen Bull.
look how they pull. You saw how
Did
the
you see that?
one and two came out all the way to the middle.
Yep.
Everybody else closes in, but one and two are literally in the middle of the track right now. And there's
I think
that
it was just
horse.
a little too early for Citizen Bull to take that lead, though. But I don't know, the kickback. It's tough to maintain a lead for
Yeah, that's
for
true.
10 furlongs.
That's true. That's true. You know what? I got surprised. I expected what Birmingham Square to be a little bit more up, and
Yeah.
I think the kickback was when they got him. He's on the rail right now behind the four. I believe that's the four horse,
Look at all that
six horse, the six horse.
kickback. Look at Owen Almighty, though.
Yeah, never leaves the top four, man. Look at him.
That's surprising.
Look where sovereignty comes from, though.
Somerty's laying back. There, he was like in
Yeah.
15th, 16th place and just starts
Yeah.
to make the move.
Journalism is in front of him, man. It looks like he followed journalism if you pay attention, because he's right behind journalism in the turn right there. Look, number 8, 18's right behind him.
Yeah, right
as he
behind him,
hit that
following
turn.
once again that move, following the leader. See where he goes.
Mm-hmm.
The favorite, following the favorite.
Look at Final Gambit
Watch.
all the way
And
on
then
the
they spread
outside.
out. And Final Gambit just charging. Look at that guy has a heart of gold.
Dude, I can watch this race all over again and still be
Look at the
surprised.
outside, the two outside horses. Look at them. Just run by. See you.
Yeah,
No
Baeza.
kickback, nothing there. And almost catches, Baeza almost catches journalism at the end.
Yeah.
Which was surprising.
That is crazy, man.
So, I mean, it was a good race. It was a
It was
really
a good race, man. But as you guys saw what I was explaining to you, Citizen Bull, my horse, pulls out right in the middle where he's supposed to, but then he closes up in the row where it's just heavy. I'm not putting an excuse for him, but I feel like the ride did jeopardize him.
I believe it was just a little too early for him to stay in the lead in that kind of competition.
I don't even think the pace was that fast, or do you think the pace was
Because
fast?
they said it was a good pace. Would have ended up at, let's see, we got the time right here. I mean, I think it was just a little too early for him to try to run against sovereignty, journalism,
That's true.
Baeza. We knew Baeza was going to show up.
I leaned more to Citizen Bull with the jockey. I thought the experienced jockey Martin Garcia was gonna probably be able to do something more with him, you know?
And I thought Baffert, usually when Baffert sends them to the Kentucky Derby or any big race, all the owners want to win, but it seems that Bob Baffert wants to show his presence.
Yeah, yeah.
So he's going to have to wait another year because I thought for sure this was going to be the year with that 3-year.
3-year drought? No, not drought. He was suspended. Yeah,
Yeah, he was suspended. So
suspended, and
3
he's
years,
tied
so-
for most wins right now, right? He's tied
Yeah.
with most wins at 6, I
Yeah.
believe. Yeah. So yeah, this basically concludes this video, but the upcoming video will be about the Preakness, guys. That's the
Looking forward
second
to
leg
that
to the
in 2
Triple
weeks.
Crown.
2 weeks.
We don't have probables. I think Nick has 2 or 3 horses that it shows him who's gonna join. But Sovereignty, your Kentucky Derby winner,
Has
will
been
not
confirmed.
be in the Preakness.
Yeah.
So
he's going to be out.
there
They're
will
going to
not
go to the
be
next
a
race
Triple
after
Crown.
that, which will be the Belmont.
Yeah, the Belmont's after that. So there will not be no Triple Crown winner
Yeah.
this year. So stay tuned, guys. We'll keep you guys updated. We will have another video this week up and running.
Coming up.
So you guys can be updated as we go. We will be having handicap videos too. But just remember, in the beginning of the video I said we're going to focus on the Triple Crown. So most of our podcasts for the remaining, I believe, 2 more weeks will be just on the on the Triple Crown, guys. So
On Triple Crown, how to pick, what to look for.
and instead of giving you guys bets, we're just gonna give you guys contenders, and you guys do
You guys
what you guys
choose.
want to do with those horses.
Yeah.
So we have the horses, we just forget how to put them together, guys.
Yeah, it's a puzzle. Sometimes some pieces are missing. You find out at the end that, or you find the piece a little too late. That could have made the puzzle a lot easier to solve.
Way easier. So
So,
once you guys, if you guys have feedback too, if things that you guys want to see, we can do it. There's other things coming too. It's not
yeah,
just
please
podcasting. It's doing
subscribe,
other-
friend. Keep in touch on X,
We're on
on
X,
Instagram.
Instagram, and
So
YouTube.
I don't know if we got the links attached to this.
We are going to start putting links on all our videos. That's
Yeah.
something I've been slacking to do, guys. So like, subscribe, give us a follow,
Tell a friend.
tell a friend, so
And,
that friend can tell a friend, and help us build our platform, guys. Thank you once
for
again.
sure.
I'm your host Tony,
And Nick.
and I'm signing off, man.
All right, you guys. Good luck.